Most people think low intelligence is easy to notice. Someone says stupid things, makes obvious mistakes, doesn't understand simple ideas. But what if the real signs look completely different? What if a person can speak confidently, have a good job, argue with everyone around them, and still have very weak thinking habits? That's what makes these signs so hard to notice. Some of them even look like confidence. And the strangest part? You probably know someone who does several of these things. Maybe you do one or two yourself. So don't judge too quickly, because number 11 changes the way you look at all the others. Let's start. Number 1. They always need to be right. Imagine two people arguing. The first person says, "Okay, maybe I was wrong." The second person keeps arguing even after the facts are obvious. Who sounds smarter? Many people think it's the person who never gives up, but usually it's the opposite. A smart person wants the correct answer. A weak thinker wants to win. That's a big difference. Because if you can never admit you're wrong, you can never really learn anything new. Number 2. Everything is someone else's fault. Their job is bad because of the boss. Their relationship failed because of the other person. They have no money because life is unfair. Their plans failed because nobody helped them. Now, sometimes those things are true. Life really can be unfair. But here's the important question. Do they ever ask, "What did I do wrong?" Think of two drivers who both crashed their cars. One says, "The road was terrible." The other says, "The road was terrible, but maybe I was driving too fast." Which person is more likely to avoid the next accident? Exactly. Number 3. They only like information that agrees with them. Imagine someone believes coffee is bad for you. They see one video saying coffee is dangerous. Immediately. "See? I knew it." Then they see another study saying coffee may have benefits. Suddenly, that study is probably fake. See the problem? They are not looking for the truth. They are looking for agreement. It's like asking 10 people for advice, but only listening to the one who tells you what you already wanted to hear. Number 4. They talk more than they listen. You've probably met someone like this. Whatever story you tell, they have a bigger story. Whatever problem you mention, they already know the answer. You say, "I went to Italy." They say, "Oh, Italy. I've been there 5 times." You say, "I'm having trouble at work." They immediately tell you what you should do, but they never ask, "What happened?" Smart people know something very simple. If you are talking, you are usually repeating what you already know. If you are listening, you might learn something new. Number 5. They decide before they know the full story. A friend doesn't reply for 3 hours. They're ignoring me. Someone looks angry. They hate me. A coworker makes one mistake. They're useless. One small piece of information, and suddenly there is a complete story. It's like watching the first 5 minutes of a movie and saying, "I know exactly how this ends." Maybe you're right, but maybe you're completely wrong. Strong thinkers leave space for another explanation. Weak thinkers choose one answer and stop looking. Number 6. They think they know more than they really do. This one can be funny when you notice it. A person watches 3 videos about investing, and suddenly they're giving everyone financial advice. Someone goes to the gym for 2 weeks, and now they know more than the trainer. Someone reads one article about psychology, and starts diagnosing everyone around them. Meanwhile, people who really know a subject often say things like, "It depends. I'm not completely sure. There's more to it." Why? Because the more you learn, the more you see how big the subject really is. It's like standing next to the ocean. A beginner sees the beach. An expert sees how deep the water goes. Number 7. They are afraid to ask questions. Imagine you are in a meeting. Everyone seems to understand something. You don't. What do? Some people ask, "Can you explain that again?" Others just nod. They pretend they understand because they're scared of looking stupid. But think about this. Who stays confused? The person who asked, or the person who pretended? Asking a question can make you look uninformed for 10 seconds. Not asking can keep you uninformed for 10 years. Number 8. They keep making the same mistake. Everyone makes mistakes. That's normal. The problem is making the same mistake again, and again, and again. Different relationship, same drama. Different job, same conflict. Different month, same money problem. It's like touching a hot stove every week and being surprised every time it burns. Mistakes don't make someone unintelligent. Refusing to learn from them might. Number 9. They attack the person instead of the idea. Imagine you say, "I don't think that argument makes sense." And instead of explaining their point, the other person says, "You're an idiot. What just happened?" They didn't answer your argument. They attacked you. It's like losing a football match and then saying, "Well, your team has ugly shirts." Maybe that's true, but it has nothing to do with the score. When someone has a strong argument, they usually explain it. When they don't, the conversation often becomes personal. Number 10. They believe their first impression is always correct. You meet someone who is quiet, boring. Someone is confident, arrogant. Someone dresses simply. They probably have no money. Someone is friendly. They must be a good person. But people are not movie characters. You don't understand someone after 30 seconds. Think about your closest friend. Did you understand everything about them the first time you met? Probably not. A first impression is like a movie trailer. It shows you something, but not the whole story. And now we get to the biggest one. Number 11. They think changing their mind makes them look weak. This one connects almost everything. Some people say, I've believed this for 10 years. I'm not changing my opinion now. But think about how strange that is. Imagine using the same phone for 20 years because changing it would mean admitting the new one is better. Or using an old map even after someone shows you that the road has changed. That wouldn't be strength. That would just make your life harder. Your opinions work the same way. New information comes in. You update. That's what learning is. The goal is not to have the same opinion forever. The goal is to have the best opinion you can with the information you have now. And here's the part most people miss. Seeing yourself in one of these signs does not mean you have low intelligence. Everyone does some of these things sometimes. The real question is what happens after you notice it. Do you defend it, ignore it, blame someone else? Or do you stop for a second and say, maybe I should think about that? Because real intelligence isn't looking smart. It isn't winning every argument. And it definitely isn't knowing everything. Sometimes the smartest person in the room is simply the one who can say, I don't know. I was wrong. Explain it to me. And maybe the biggest sign of intelligence is being willing to become a little smarter than you were yesterday.